When we think of Cleopatra, what comes to mind? The Queen of the Nile, an Egyptian ruler draped in gold, commanding one of the greatest civilizations in history. But here's a fact that might surprise you: Cleopatra wasn't actually Egyptian. Let's dive into the history. Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh of Egypt, was born in Alexandria, but her lineage wasn't Egyptian. She was part of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a family of Macedonian Greeks who ruled Egypt for nearly 300 years. It all began with Alexander the Great's conquest of Egypt in 332 BCE. After his death, one of his generals, Ptolemy I, took control of Egypt and established the Ptolemaic dynasty. This Greek family ruled Egypt for generations, and Cleopatra was a descendant of these rulers. Though Cleopatra ruled over Egypt, her heritage and culture were Greek. In fact, Greek was the language spoken in her court, and she traced her family roots back to Macedon, not the Nile. Cleopatra was, however, different from her predecessors. Unlike the previous Ptolemies, she embraced many aspects of Egyptian culture. She learned the Egyptian language and portrayed herself as the goddess Isis, a move that earned her the love and loyalty of her Egyptian subjects. But no matter how much Cleopatra connected with her Egyptian subjects, her lineage remained Greek. Her family intermarried to preserve their Macedonian bloodline, and Cleopatra herself was a descendant of Ptolemy I, one of Alexander the Great's most trusted generals. So, why the confusion? Cleopatra ruled Egypt, lived in Egypt, and was often portrayed as the ultimate Egyptian queen, but her ancestry was far from Egyptian. It's a common misconception that ruling a country means being born of its people. In Cleopatra's case, she was a foreign ruler who adopted Egyptian customs to strengthen her reign. In the end, Cleopatra remains a fascinating figure, a woman who ruled with power and intelligence, blending the culture of her Greek heritage with the Egyptian world she led. But make no mistake, Cleopatra was not Egyptian by blood, but by the heart and mind.